We all have difficult people in our lives. It's just one of those things about life. We encounter people we find more challenging, people that sort of rub us up the wrong way. Now, a couple of years back, I wrote a book called Zen and the Art of Dealing with Difficult People, where we are focusing on how to bring our mindfulness and our Zen practice and our awareness and insight to looking at our relationships with people we find difficult, how we can change the way that we are with difficulty. And this summer, the 17th to 20th of July, we're going to be running a retreat, a weekend retreat, down a place in Surrey in the UK, spending a weekend looking at conflict within ourselves, conflict within the world, conflict within our relationships, examining it from the sort of mindfulness and Zen point of view. And I'd love it if you'd come. Basically, I think there are three things that we could bring to bear that we're going to look at. First of all is having the willingness to consider that you might be wrong in your opinions. It's very, very difficult. Our kind of self absolutely hates thinking that we're wrong, but we see the other person maybe as being in the wrong. But I wonder what it would be like if we at least have the openness to think that we also might have, an opinion which might be contributing to the difficulty. And that leads on to the second one, is that we see that the difficulty is not actually with the other person, it's in the relationship between ourselves. The sparks are happening in the space in between. The other person, you see them as difficult, but another person might see them as wonderful, but beautiful person. So it's kind of like seeing that the other person is a person. They have their own history, their own tendencies, habits, and experiences which are causing them to be the way they are. And then the third thing is to reframe this idea of a difficult person with the phrase, they are a troublesome Buddha. Troublesome Buddha. Troublesome, yeah, okay, they're troublesome, they're challenging, but also they're a Buddha. But in this context, meaning basically a teacher, they're there to teach us something. They're to offer us an opportunity for learning about ourselves and our tendencies and habits, worldviews and opinions and things which are causing the sparks in the relationship. So those three things we'll look at and a bit more on the retreat. So love you to come if you can, middle of July.